Hi.
on their teacher, and he gets really jealous and hits a cardboard family.
Gavin, teacher's pet. Gavin watches.
Total Tesla vibes. Emma and Chris go on a date at the Dot, which is like the restaurant that they all go to. This becomes like an important place, but they're at the Dot, and Chris has like the craziest line ever where he's doing a fingers together and toes like out, and he goes, "No, I never really had a strawberry shake around here or anything."
No, I never really had strawberry shakes around here or anything.
In episode 14, Manny finds out that she is pregnant with Craig's baby. Okay, drama, drama, drama. She goes to tell Spike because obviously Spike went through the same thing when she was a kid. And then when Manny's parents find out about this, they kick her out. So Manny moves in with Spike, Snake, and Emma. So she's living with them now. Craig finds out, and Craig is trying to convince her that they should work it out. He comes up to her school and he says, "What if we had it? We could be a little family."
What if we had it? We could be a little family.
And it has total vibes of the Oscar Isaac clip where he goes, "Let's set up house and have a baby."
Let's set up house and have a baby.
Also, Toby is sad because JT is hanging out with the popular kids and Jimmy doesn't want to be friends with him anymore ever since Jimmy and Ashley broke up. Toby's been annoying Jimmy instead of being like his little brother. So Toby's upset and he keeps trying to like be cool with Jimmy and Jimmy's not having it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, but that was before your hot step sizzle got his ass sizzle.
Hey, Jimmer. It's really good. Nothing. Don't call me that. Yo, dog. Sup? Got more tickets for that concert? I love DJ Crazy Guns.
In episode 15, Liberty decides that she wants a boyfriend because Chris and Emma are dating and Manny's pregnant and JT's never gonna like her. So she decides she's gonna go for Sean, who just broke up with Amy. So I need to break them up. And there's this really good scene where Liberty walks up to Sean and Jay at lunch and tries to act like a badass, and Jay kind of makes fun of her. And then their other friend is like defending Liberty.
What do you say we ditch school and go chill in the RV?
Liberty.
I can get us a 5-figure discount on a pack of smokes.
A 5-figure discount?
Oh, I'm edgy. I don't want fire.
I hear she's really great. Chess.
And it turns out he likes her, and they end up dating after that. The cat's food just came out.
No such luck. I'm very taken.
Oh.
Manny decides she will get an abortion. She thinks Craig is a little bit too kooky. They're back to square one. Manny's living with these two still because her parents are still mad at her. And her and Craig are donezo. Episode 16 is a fun little recreation of The Breakfast Club, the John Hughes movie. A bunch of them have detention. Ellie is there pretending to have detention, but really she's just there to get a story, to get the scoop, because she's a journalist. Hazel and Jimmy are there, but Hazel won't tell anybody why she's there. Toby is there. Toby and Jimmy are there together because they got caught trying to change their grades in the computer. Or Toby was trying to impress Jimmy to become his friend again. Sean is there because he's a bad kid. We find out Hazel is there because she was caught surfing porn.
Does Paige need you to lick her boots before she goes out?
Because I got caught surfing porn, okay?
And Sean and Ellie end up bonding and they actually get together. Also, this episode, Snake has finished his chemo, so he's in remission and he shows up and he catches them all being bad, but he says that he missed them and he doesn't rat them out to the principal.
I missed all you bad kids.
Oh, also, at the Breakfast Club, Hazel and Toby kiss on a dare.
Wow. Satisfied?
Yeah.
And also, the show used this as promo so that by this point, Kendra and Toby are broken up, as well as Ellie and Marco. In episode 17, Terry, she ended up breaking up with Rick after he hit her, because her friends convinced her to, but she decides to give him a second chance because he apologized. They go out to like a day trip in the woods. All these guys do, but Terry ends up bringing Rick, and all of her friends do not like Rick because Rick is rude to her and controlling. Paige says, "You really are back with the guy who hit you?" And Terry says, "He apologized."
So what, you just forgiven Creep Boy for beating you up? He apologized.
And that's just a really funny line. Like the way she says it, she's so genuine. Rick gets upset and like drags Terry away and ends up pushing her over, and she falls over and hits her head on a rock and goes into a coma. So
No, point. No.
yeah. Okay, so Terry is now in the hospital. This will be the last time we see Terry ever.
She's a fighter, my little baby.
I'm gonna change her picture. Quick little intermission because I forgot to tell you why I changed Terry's photo and to what I changed it to. So as you can see here, this is the photo I've changed Terry's photo to. It says, "Terry recovers from her coma in the hospital." Awesome. I love that. Okay, so here's the thing. As I was watching Degrassi, I realized, as many Degrassi heads do, that the Degrassi Wiki is just a treasure trove of information. And one of these sources of information is that there's screenshots from each episode, and I realized that all these screenshots actually have captions that go along with them that tell you what's happening in the episode. And some of the captions are really fucking fantastic. Another reason I love this Terry screenshot, especially
excuse me.
because I put it into PowerPoint for some reason, and it like auto created a caption for the photo, and the caption was like, "A person wearing a hat." And I just think that's really funny. I'm going to show you some of my favorite Degrassi Wiki captions that I found in my time on the Degrassi Wiki. I'm sure there's more. These are just some of the ones I found and saw that I really love. Some of these have already happened. Some are spoilers. But first of all, we have Harry hurts her head. That's surely one way to put it. Next up, throwback to the gay bashing episode, a classic. We have Marco is cornered en route to the hockey game and beat up by gay bashers. Straight to the point. We also have
Hi.
Toby passed out during match. It's an extremely small photo. I thought that was funny. This is from an episode in the future. Jimmy unexpectedly experiences an erection during his physical therapy appointment. That's a great screenshot.
Hi, everybody.
Spinner, after discovering he has testicular cancer. And Spinner is Degrassi High. Snake after he says fucking. And finally,
This is Mango's outfit.
hospital. Clearly.
What do you guys think about Mango's outfit?
Rick ends up transferring out of the school because
I crocheted it.
him now, and as he's leaving, him and Spinner get into a physical fight. So I also need to add a line between them. Rick's mom comes out of the building and says,
No.
"Stop! Don't touch my son." The way she says it is hilarious.
Stop it. Let him go.
Stay away from my son.
Both of you.
So we are to believe this is the last we see of Rick. He'll be coming back. However, this is the last we see of Terry, which is why I think she was paid dust. It's so sad. Terry's like the best, and she just like had the worst plot lines and then was written off the show. She survived, but they say that she just like transferred schools. Okay, as you can see, I've done my first shirt change. This is my new shirt. That is Craig. I will show you what it means in a little bit. Episode 18. There is another Battle of the Bands. They love a fucking Battle of the Bands. Caitlin is trying to bond with Joey and Angie, and this is my favorite scene ever, in which
Can your fuddy duddy daddy do that, huh? No.
this?
I am a fun machine.
Go stream my video, Joey Jeremiah dies, and you'll understand. That is what this screenshot is from. Anyway, obviously Ashley is mad at Craig for cheating on her. So Ellie's in their band. Ellie, Paige, and Ashley create a band, and they're all wearing this shirt as they perform in the in the Battle of the Bands with a song they wrote that's like basically just fuck Craig. So that's really iconic. So I had to remake the shirt.
Do you have any idea what my life's been like for the past few months?
Please, not this again.
You think this t-shirt's hard to deal with for our song? I wanted to die, Craig. I felt that bad.
Okay, well, you're not listening.
No, it's not okay. It'll never be okay.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, 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 sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Also, Downtown Sasquatch is practicing, and they're like really bad. And Spinner and Jimmy come up with this horribly sexist rap.
A homie is a player, that is all. So why'd you have to go and kick his ball? The chain ain't that your name? Cause you a player hater, and that's a shame. And chicks like you ain't worth too much. So shut up, girl, and make my lunch. Yeah!
Craig and Marco leave, and Craig's telling Marco about his girl problems, and Marco says, I'm so glad I'm not straight.
So glad I'm not into girls.
In episode 19, Marco is finally officially out of the closet, and he's trying to get a date with Dylan. Paige's
Hello.
Spinner and Marco have like completely made up, so Marco comes to Spinner for fashion advice.
Straight life would get you.
Normal, but Marco's so nervous that he's like, their date. Marco's parents end up being at the movie theater, and he is not out to his parents. So they run into
This
that,
is
and Marco has to
Archie.
cover and say that Dylan is a friend, and they end up going to dinner with his parents. Marco's mom says something like, "Oh, there's this girl at church you should date," and Marco says something fat phobic. It's like a mess.
Mom, she's 300 pounds.
She's big, but nice.
But in the end, Margot and Dylan start dating, and they're just doing so in secret. Also, in this episode, JT starts acting, and he gets a role promoting French fries, and he has everyone over to watch, but everyone thinks it's lame.
Back to getting off the train, yo.
Episode 20, Paige and Spinner skip school to go visit Terry, and they bring Ashley with because Ashley's being a bummer, and Ashley's trying to prove to them that she's not.
This is
really
Archie.
boring. So they go to the mall and join an Elvis competition, and Ashley sings in the Elvis competition. It's just like strange and weird and like okay. On this side, Emma finds Snake's will and freaks out thinking he's going to die. So she starts getting into trouble at school. And Alex tries to bully her wrong place, wrong time, and they end up getting in a fist fight.
Alex, what is your problem?
Let me see. Your clothes, your voice, your holier than thou attitude. You.
That's Archie.
Also, Emma says, Liberty, shut up for once, which everyone's always thinking.
Canadian shield, Liberty shut up for once.
In episode 21, Sean finds out that his brother got a job in Alberta, so he has to move. Sean doesn't want to go. He finds out from his shop teacher that he can become emancipated and like live on his own with help from his school. He's gonna do that. Him and Jay get into an argument in the shop room, and Sean like smashes everything off the table, and the teacher drives in his wheelchair like Abby Lee Miller, like for real, and goes, Sean.
Maybe if you weren't such a goof.
Sean, we go to the gay club, and who do I see as soon as I get in the door?
most of them really wanted it when I recorded this because I completely forgot to talk about how this episode ends. So, Sean ends up getting emancipated, and Jay and all of his friends decide that that means that his apartment, because he lives known as the party house, so they start having crazy parties. At one party, Amy gets so drunk, she passes out and almost dies, to which Jay is like, she's gonna be fine. And then it cuts to her getting taken away in an ambulance.
She's gonna be fine.
And then Sean stops allowing him to have gambling and drug parties at his apartment. Also, Amy's fine. She was just passed out. Also, this episode, JT finally asks Manny out and they start dating officially. In episode 22,
Archie.
the episode of the season, the plotline is really that there's a dance. I don't know what, like Marlo planned it and it's themed Bollywood themed. So they're all wearing like traditional Indian dress, even though none of them are Indian. Jimmy's like, I know a guy who's gonna drive us in a limo. We're like, awesome, cool, Jimmy, thanks. Turns out it's Billy Ray Cyrus.
Howdy, girl. Luke, show up for the evening? Give me bucks. Ain't no mistake now, brother. Let's get it up.
And he drives them to dinner and then gets arrested.
We're out there with 30 tickets. All 30 of them. I've been railroaded. Folks, just hold your horses. The Duke don't like to leave his customers high and dry.
You go to the prom with a cop car? Yeah.
Son, you're already in deeper than the stable boy up from under Suttons. Take your car. My pleasure. Folks, have fun at the prom. Let's dance, Scott.
So they show up late, but at the dance, the school started on fire. So everyone's outside, and then everyone just dances outside. Extremely anticlimactic episode, although Billy Ray Cyrus is in it, and he gets arrested. Also, Caitlin and Joey are like moving in together, like they're going to take it to the next level, but then Caitlin gets an opportunity to go be a journalist for HIV/AIDS across the world. So she gets off, and Joey lets her go. And maybe they are together, but they're running themselves. And that is the end of season 3. I'm gonna edit. I'll be back for the recap. This is such a mess, but we're only on season 3. I'm going through season 9, though season 8 and 9 are like not the full season because these characters aren't in the full season. So we have a long way to go. Season 3 recap, sorry. I love season 3 because we get the bimbofication of Manny, which we love.
I do have a poll question. It says, do you like cats? I don't know. I like country music. I like George Strait. That's Archie right there. He's beautiful.
Season 4 is probably one of the most iconic seasons of the show because a lot of really iconic stuff happens.
That's Archie right there. What do you guys think about Archie? This is Archie. He's a good boy.
Oh god.
I already answered that question.
Okay, here's where we're at. Kendra doesn't show up again.
Yeah. Meow.
Kendra no longer. This
Meow.
first episode, we're
Meow.
gonna Danny.
Meow.
It's downstairs. Big foyer to the left.
Good. Going down. Time to spend time alone with your girlfriend.
Who is Liberty's younger brother, Friday, and their oldest daughter, Liberty, and their son, Danny. I don't know. Craig and Ash are friends again, so they're hanging out. So the main plot of this first episode, trigger warning for assault again, Paige's trial for assault case is finally happening, and she's having a hard time with Spinner because she gets flashbacks every time they try to get physical. They go to court, and Paige loses. Her and Spinner break up, but then Spinner comes to support her, and they get back together. Marco comes back to school with a whole new look. He looks like he's in the Matrix.
Happy birthday, buddy. Wow, you hit the wall lately? Think it was easy finding us juniors in musical notes? I met your outfit. You like it? Yeah, man. And, I love the locker. Thanks for calling.
He looks crazy, and Craig is like, what the fuck are you wearing? And he's like, I went shopping. Craig finds out he gets $10,000 from his dad dying, and Joey needs rent money or something. Joey's struggling, but Ashley and Craig take it, and they go to the music store and they buy a guitar with it. And Joey's mad because he thinks Craig is irresponsibly spending his money.
Legendary crybaby Walla.
I thought it already made you cry enough last year. Wow.
In episode 2, Paige is dealing with the fact that she's lost her case. They get invited to a party at the college campus where Dylan is now a student. When Marco comes to be like, let's go to this party with Dylan, she's like, no one wants to party with a wretched victim loser. It's pretty good, I like that.
I would love partying with a wretched, badly dressed victim loser.
It turns out her ghost is also a student at the college. She ends up confronting him outside. This is right after Spinner has just bought a brand new car. He saved up all summer and bought a car, and she takes his keys and crashes his brand new car into this car. And then she leaves, and Spinner takes the fall for it with the police, even though she crashed his brand new car because he's a sweet boy. Paige is just like having a hard fucking time, bro. Like, I don't know. Should she suffer? Alright, clap if you think she should suffer. I don't know how to work this microphone, but whatever. In the end, they talk it out, and Paige goes to the police station and confesses that it was her and not Spinner. She loses her license, and she also seems to have made peace with the fact that she lost her case.
I've got multiple personalities.
Episode 3, Liberty decides she has a crush on Chris, and she wants to date him.
I've always wanted to broaden your knowledge of popular music.
Professor Chris after service.
He asks her out on a date, but Emma gets jealous and decides she's not over Chris and sabotages it because she's a nasty little girl.
That's all. Guess what? It's easy for me letting you go straight to hell.
So Liberty doesn't get a date with Chris, which is sad. And then Marco and Alex decide they're both going to run for student body president. But Marco is currently dealing with the fact that he's not out to his parents, and Alex is using that against him in the race. She keeps saying, like, I'm going to tell the whole school you're gay, and then no one's going to vote for you.
Nobody's gonna vote for you, okay? Nobody.
Not yet.
Not ever, unless they open up votes to high school dropouts or your parole officer.
Would you rather vote for the freak or the queer?
By the way, I'm a freak.
Yesterday when you said you'd call me gay in front of the whole school.
I was gonna call you queer, but if you prefer gay,
So call me gay, queer, whatever. Is that how you want to fight? Or do you want to try and win this election for real?
Save it for Miss Soray.
His family is doing the most painful Italian accents you've ever heard in your life.
You will do it.
But my studies are gonna...
No, Marco. For running, I am proud of you. But now, quitting. No.
Eventually he says, Ma, I'm gay, and comes out to his mom.
I'm gay.
His mom tells him to keep it a secret from his dad for a bit longer, and then at the final debate, Jadis scream queer.
I mean, I do that fine all by myself.
Queer.
He gets in trouble, but he does do that. Marco ends up winning.
Hey, Mr. President. At the boy. What he called out. What you answer back? What is that?
The most painful Italian accents you've ever heard in your life. And him and Alex have a truce, and she becomes his vice president, and those two become friends.
I said, hey,
You also said gay kid, something I tend not to answer to. Thanks.
okay, school president, Mr. Prez, big guy.
And she kind of joins the friend group via Marco. In episode 4, someone's come back to Degrassi. Who could that be? Oh, Rick? Yeah, that's right. Rick is back. As soon as he gets out of the car, they're all like, who's that? And Paige and Spinner and them are like, he's the guy who beat the shit out of our friend.
His name's Rick, her ex. He used to be her.
So Rick is not very popular. Emma and a bunch of other kids start a campaign against him against violence against women. They all hate him and make his life hell. As they should, by the way. So Rick is like, fine, you want to beat the shit out of him, do it. And Jay along with the rest of the guys, drag him into an alley and beat the shit out of him. He puts Rick's glasses on him and beats him up.
Let's go. What are you gonna do? Hurt me?
One, violence is never the answer. Two, we don't care.
And then the subplot for this episode, contrasting with that horribly serious plot, is that JT is dating Manny, but he's very insecure because his pants get pulled down while he's in the hot tub, and everyone finds out he has a tiny penis.
James Tiberius York! Look, it's a stack of dimes!
Manny breaks up with him because his dick is small, and then he's at school, and he's in the locker room, and he sees Craig's dick. And this is when we find out Craig Horsecock.
Whatever. It's just that, sometimes they hang down and it's around. Sometimes they hang around and it's just, what are you looking at? What are you talking about? What do you mean, what am I talking about?
Craig Horsecock is canon. We know because of this episode. Danny does JT a solid and goes to buy a penis pump.
Penis pump? How'd you buy this?
Well, I didn't. One of our license did. Take it out.
And they're trying to figure out how to use it in the bathroom. That's just kind of funny.
The guy said it to us. Anaconda.
I am not putting my thing in there.
It's a snake.
Snakes bite.
Don't be stupid. It's decoration.
Insert member into tub.
Tub? You don't have a tub?
They need you. Forget the instructions. You wrangle him into a pump.
Manny and JT break up because Manny says he's not mature enough, but it's really because his penis is small. In episode 5, we meet a new character, Darcy.
Oh, okay, Darcy.
She has just transferred, I believe. She is a Christian. She's a goody two-shoes. She's on the cheer squad, and she kind of gets in fights with all the girls because she's like very goody-goody, and they do not like her very much. And all the boys are looking respectfully. Spinner starts flirting with Manny a little bit, which Paige notices, and it makes her upset, but they have some sort of flirtation happening between the two of them. This is the episode in which Ellie's mom gets drunk and burns her house down. Ellie ends up moving in with Sean because he lives alone and they're dating so that she can be out of her house. Her mom. That's about all that happens that episode. There's also this whole scene, which is a shot-for-shot cinematic masterpiece on par with an Oscar-winning film.
What are you doing here?
Helping out my fellow students.
What's your problem, psycho?
My mother wants the car washed.
Okay, well, unless you want to wash, I bounce.
In episode 6, Paige needs money to pay back Spinner for destroying his car. So she is trying to get a job, and the only job she can get is at a movie theater with Alex. So her and Alex become friends, actually. Craig shows up to the movie theater with Manny doing something. I don't know, they're on some sort of form of date, and Spinner is there because Paige is there. And then Craig accuses Spinner of flirting with Manny, and they get in a fist fight in the movie theater, at the end of which Paige breaks up with Spinner because she thinks he's too interested in Manny. At school, Toby has become friends with Rick because they're both on the quiz team, and they're both nerds, and they're friends now, and they decide to make a bet that whoever can kiss the most girls by the end of the week, the other person has to buy them D&D dice. So they go out to start kissing women.
It's a solid role-playing dice I've had my eye on for oh so long. Why don't we do this coach? Now I'm proposing as a challenge.
Jay shoves Toby in a locker.
Oh, survival instinct has the oldest and strongest member of the pack, protecting the young and the weak.
I'm weak. I'm practically feeble.
Well, word's out that an honor's getting stalked by a certain psycho.
Look, Rick's my friend. I was just trying to save him from humiliation.
Yeah.
Joe, come on, man, let me out.
Too bad he's not here to save you now.
Come on.
Episode 7 is probably one of the most iconic Degrassi episodes of all time.
Oh. You might want to watch where you're going, loser. Watch where you're going, Neanderthal. What'd you just say?
Morning, sir. I got a hall pass. You good?
Quick, world's 3 longest rivers in order.
Okay, would be Nile, Amazon, and the Yangtze.
Most NBA championships.
Boston Celtics. Why?
Okay, well, we got geography and sports covered. Rick, meet your new teammate. What? Edison Blair just came in with mono. Her loss is Jimmy's game. But what, brain?
And they have a big competition. They're preparing for that. Emma seems to be on okay terms with Rick because he's friends with Toby and she kind of feels bad for him. But Rick thinks that Jimmy is still like making fun of him behind the scenes because Spinner and Jay are really giving Rick a hard time. Rick just assumes Jimmy is part of that as well. At the competition, Jimmy tries to convince Jay, Alex, and Spinner to lay off Rick, but they don't want to. They have this giant plan to humiliate Rick during the competition, and basically when they win the quiz ball competition and Rick is standing up there accepting the trophy, they tar and feather him with yellow paint and feathers, dumps all over him, so everyone laughs at him, and Rick is covered in paint and feathers, humiliated in front of the school. He leaves angry. He meets Emma in the hallway, who's like, "Are you okay?" And Rick says, "I'm in love with you, Emma," and then forcibly kisses her, to which she says, "What is wrong with you?" And he says, "I thought you liked me." And she says, "No, I just felt sorry for you, idiot." She was a little bit harsh, but like, I understand why, but still, she was just a little bit harsh with that.
Rick! What are you doing? Let go!
I thought you loved me.
I felt sorry for you. I pitied you. Get a clue.
Rick is extremely upset. We see him walk into his house, and he says, "Mother, father,"
Mother? Father?
and then pulls a gun out of the gun safe, puts it in his bag, and goes back to school. And the timeline of this episode is extremely shaky because I'm like very confused as to how all of this happened in one day. So that's how that episode ends. And then in episode 8, Jimmy beats up Spinner for Rick because he's upset that Spinner did that to Rick.
Before I do.
But then when Rick is in the bathroom, still covered in paint, he went home, got a gun, came back, didn't shower. He's still covered in paint feathers. None of the teachers seem to be checking on him. He's in the bathroom. Spinner and Jay know he's there because he's covered in paint. And they start saying it was all Jimmy's idea, so that Rick thinks it was Jimmy's idea. Okay, so now Rick has in his head it was Jimmy's idea. All day, Rick walks around school very clearly holding a gun in his bag. Okay, he goes up to Paige, and Paige apologizes for treating him badly, so he decides not to shoot her in that moment. So that's nice of him. But then he's on a rampage after we found out from what Spinner and Jay said that Jimmy was the one who planned it. He walks up to Jimmy and shoots him in the biggest what you say moment ever. He actually closes his eyes before he shoots and then shoots. Jimmy gets shot.
We'll be getting some Hannah renditions of songs I'm afraid we'll get copyrighted.
We do this.
Everyone runs away. He then goes for Emma. Emma, Sean, and Toby are in the hallway. They're trying to get him to stop. Remember, Toby's his friend. He goes up to Emma to try to shoot her because she rejected him. And Toby screams, "Stop!" And it's like the craziest scream ever.
Stop!
Sean grabs the gun from him, but you hear the gun go off, and it turns out Rick shot himself. Only 2 people ended up being shot, Rick and Jimmy. Jimmy survived, but he's now paralyzed from the waist down, so he will be in a wheelchair, and Rick is dead.
The second one is closer.
Right, and if someone dies, they will be getting the blue X of death. So rest in peace, Rick.
Oh my gosh, you guys hear that? It's the sound of Paige bullying a girl for her weight. And you know what that means? It's time for a Heather Sinclair intermission.
Let's go.
Should she suffer? Alright, fuck yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our very first Heather Sinclair intermission. And before you ask, yes, graphic design is my passion. PowerPoint is a very powerful tool if you know how to use it well. You may be thinking, what is a Heather Sinclair intermission? And I know I would be thinking the same thing. As I said in the beginning, there's a character named Heather Sinclair who is a faceless enemy that everybody in Degrassi shit talks constantly, and we never see her. She's kind of like this mysterious being that is just the target for a lot of really nasty hate. And while I put her up on the wall, I kind of forgot to talk about her plot lines because, like, whenever they mention Heather Sinclair, it's like so in passing that it's like one line in an episode. So it's not like it was important enough stuff, but I also wanted to kind of talk about all the times we mention Heather Sinclair and see what we can figure out about her. So I'm going to be doing that.
That's Alice. This is Archie's favorite toy.
Obviously, Heather Sinclair's bargain basement nose job. So to assume that Heather has an office nose job as well as an office overbite. In episode 113, after Reddit, Paige tells Terry that her duo with Ashley sounds lamer than Heather's Highland sword dance. So Heather can Highland sword dance? That sounds pretty impressive. Does that mean she's stylish? Let's say Heather is stylish, and she's good with a sword, she can dance with a sword. Paige Francis Lane. I kind of think that might be cool. Let me see if I can find someone Highland sword dancing. Guys, they're literally dropping. Left to the right, we gon' make it bang. Cause when we're jumping, it's popping, we chopping. How we get down, chopping it. How we get down. In When Doves Cry, Part 1, which is Season 2, Episode 1. Craig is giving a speech in Miss Kwan's class, and Kwan calls on Heather, and we see part of her legs, which were covered by pants. So she wears pants, that's good. Episode 3 of Season 2, Paige tells Jimmy that she saw better dancing than Spinner's robot moves at Heather's grade 3 sock hop. Was Heather having a sock hop birthday party in grade 3 that Spinner attended? Did they all used to be friends? Is that why they were at Heather's grade 3 sock hop? So the falling out between Paige and Heather happened sometime after Heather's grade 3 sock hop. In episode 12 of season 3, big time jump. She performed a Celtic winter solstice dance before Marco's performance. Okay, so we know that she's Scottish. Does that mean she's Irish too? Maybe she has red hair. That's an Irish thing, right? In season 4, episode 4, Mercy Street, Paige says that Heather's eyebrows are tragically overplucked, and Emma says her tweezers should be confiscated. So now we know the state of her eyebrows. We can add that to her profile. In season 4, episode 6, Islands in the Stream, she's partners with Emma for tryouts for the trivia team. She's ranked number 2 on Rick's list of the hot 20 girls in the entire school. Okay, now this is where this is going to become important. We know that Rick thinks Heather is really hot and sexy. Okay, here's where my conspiracy theory comes in. Because we know that Rick had 2 to 3 targets for the shooting. First of all was Paige, who he decided not to shoot after she said sorry. So, okay. Second was Jimmy. However, he only wanted to shoot Jimmy because he had gotten close to Jimmy during trivia, and then Spinner and Jay saw him in the bathroom and said it was Jimmy that had done paint on him. So he was angry at Jimmy because he thought he was his friend because he was on the trivia team. And third, Emma, because he thought that she loved him. Okay, here's my question. If Heather Sinclair hadn't gotten mono and hadn't been absent for the trivia team, for the trivia bowl, as well as the aftermath of the trivia bowl, assuming that Spinner and Jay still go through with their plan of dumping paint feathers on Rick, would Rick have gotten closer to Heather than Emma and therefore made her a target in his shooting because he thought he was in love with her? That's one question, first of all. Second of all, if Jimmy was never on the trivia team and Heather was there instead, would Spinner and Jay have let Heather take the fall for planning to dump feathers and paint on him instead of Jimmy, therefore taking Jimmy completely off the shooting list in general and leaving the only victims to be Paige, possibly, Heather? And if he was closer to Heather and not Emma, Emma probably wouldn't have been bothered. Although, who knows about that? My conspiracy theory is, if Heather Sinclair hadn't gotten mono, Jimmy would not have gotten shot, Emma would not have gotten shot, and Heather Sinclair might be dead. However, she lives to see another day. And to end this Heather Sinclair intermission, here is my graphically designed guesstimate, including everything we know that I just talked about what Heather Sinclair could possibly look like. What she's done, I don't know. We will continue adding to this information in the next Heather Sinclair intermission. And eventually, hopefully, we can get a clear picture of who Heather Sinclair really is. Heather Sinclair, were you silent or were you silenced? See you at the next intermission. So literally right after the shooting, the shooting happened on Friday. The school's open again on Monday.
We're on the front page of Sun. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's Monday and they are still writing about the shooting.
Everyone's there. They're putting up signs that say "Stop the Violence," which is just like that Glee line where she says "Stop the Violence." Sean and Emma are having a really hard time, as is Toby, because they were all there when Rick died. Sean is hailed as a hero because he stopped Rick from killing anybody else. On the TV, he sees his parents, who is estranged from, saying that they always knew he was a good kid. So Sean, Jay, Emma, and Ellie decide to ditch school to go to Wasaga Beach to see his parents so Sean can confront them. It doesn't go well, but they apologize. Sean is mad. They go to the beach, the Wasaga Beach. So they're there, and they're playing around on the beach. They bury Ellie in the sand while she is fully clothed. And who is there at the beach besides the kid Sean deafened? That's right, and they say it, because, hey, it's the kid you deafened.
He's the kid you deafened.
So he got half deaf? when you got sent to Toronto?
Sean is all upset that the kitty Deafin is there, so he gets on a jet ski and tries to drown himself. But then the kitty Deafin saves him, and they make up. And he's like, "It's okay, bro. You can change too."
You're not doing this to me!
Sean!
Archie.
Sean decides that he is going to go live with his parents. So now Sean is gone for the time being. Him and Ellie are no longer together because he's gone. The other three go home. And that's kind of the end of that plot line. In episode 10, Craig and Ashley begin dating again. And this comes off the news that Ashley's dad is getting married to his longtime boyfriend. They're having a gay wedding. Craig and Ashley are going to go together as a couple. We are also introduced to Matt.
Mr. M, teaches you outside. What was I thinking?
Who we find out is a couple years older than Dylan. So, too old for these kids, right? He first comes in, he's getting total cousin Greg energy. The way he's moving around and talking and walking and just like looking, total cousin Greg energy.
Hey, everybody. That work?
People sometimes
Everybody?
they can call me Greg.
But before he's a pedophile, Paige immediately has a crush on him because she thinks he's cute. Hazel and Paige also follow Matt to a bar and see him with his hot adult girlfriend. So she's upset by that. And then this other plot in this one is that downtown Sasquatch is trying to get a record deal. So Craig invites his girlfriend Ashley to join the band. And the boys are not happy about this because she kind of steamrolls everything they want to do, and Craig is willing to do anything she wants.
Hey, Frank, we have a problem. Okay, so let's talk. Ash has gotta go. Sticks, hey, slow it down. Ash has gotta go.
Okay. When they get to the recording studio, they get in a big fight, and Ashley ends up storming out, and Craig follows her. In episode
Intuit Credit Karma. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on. Download the app today.
Feels better.
Sorry guys, my battery on my phone ran out. Had to put it in the charger.
Don't get the $6 bill. It's a big deal.
That's Archie.
Iced or hot coffee?
Archie! 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 He's licking his feet! Archie!
$6 bill deal.
Look at him.
Here. Throw me real hard at the ceiling. Sometimes they stick.
Craig seems a little to have a few screws loose this episode.
This is supposed to be independent study time, right? Me? Independent. And why? You? Studying my butt, breathing.
And then this is where the wedding starts. So they're starting to prepare for the wedding. Ashley and Craig get there, and he's ready to take their relationship to the next step. They're going to fuck. They're going to fuck. He gets a hotel room and sets everything up for them. They end up having, and then afterwards, Ashley's like, "Okay, I have to go. It's my dad's wedding." And Craig's like, "But I'm your Craig."
It's my dad. But I'm your Craig.
He like rushes home. He's going to the mall to buy outfits.
I'm so glad that gays can get married. That you two can get married. You gays.
He goes to see Jimmy, and he's acting really like wild with Jimmy.
Big news. Ready?
What? No, hold on.
he comes back and proposes to Ashley, and she says no because he's acting crazy. He gets mad and goes and trashes his hotel room. So we're like, what could be up with Craig in episode 12? Half the stuff I just explained was in episode 12. However, at the wedding, Craig makes this huge scene and like he runs off because he's embarrassed. He ends up going home and getting upset when Joey tells him there's something wrong, and he beats the absolute living shit out of Joey, like punching him in the face while Caitlin and Angie stand there.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Sit down. Don't.
And then Ashley shows up and is like, yo, we need help.
Craig! Craig! Craig, calm down!
You came back.
So he goes to psych and finds out he is bipolar, and he gets meds for that. Subplot this episode is that JT and Liberty are working together to write a play about the school, and they want it to focus on the shooting that happened and how Degrassi was together's community. The principal, Mr. Radish, doesn't like that, so they write a parody song about Radish and sing it for him. Well, JT chickens out. Liberty sings it for him. She gets in trouble, and then eventually JT and Liberty do start dating after this because that brought them together, and JT finally realizes he likes her. They're so cute. I love them together.
Radishes, radishes, not so sweet, red and round and gross to eat. They have power and cruel little voices saying, I run Degrassi, you have no choices. Ugly and mean and slightly obscene. Stubbornest radishes I've ever seen.
In episode 13, we're introduced to a new character named Chester. I'm not putting him on the